So yesterday Destiny was down basically for the whole entire day, and the reasoning behind this was so that Destiny can prepare its servers for Rise of Iron when it drops on September the 20th. On top of this, we also received a 13 GB file that consisted of everything that Rise of Iron is going to be, except the playability of Rise of Iron due to the fact it does not come out until the 20th. Bungie just wanted us to download it so we have less time to waste when actually Rise of Iron comes out so we can play it right away. So with this update, we also received the ability to receive exotic gear above 335, except it does not affect our light level, it's just there and it looks like it's above 335 light. We also check out all the ornaments for all the exotic weapons that are receiving them. Some of them actually look completely badass, and we also received a brand new sidearm that is exotic that we are able to get that's supposed to come out in Rise of Iron, but they dropped it a bit earlier. So why not? Let's start with the first weapon we ever received in Destiny, and that is the Kvastov. We are finally getting a brand new Kvastov back into Destiny, except this time it's coming exotic. Before we go any further with the ornaments, I just want to say I'm sorry for the black bars. I got this picture off of Twitter from Bungie's Twitter, and I wasn't able to actually get rid of the black bars and have it the way I have it for all the other ornaments we'll be looking at. But big deal, we're still looking at them and they look badass. So the first one is the Last Warmind. This is actually a really cool look for the Kvastov, and probably the one I'm going to be using every single time I use the exotic Kvastov, because it actually looks the best and it looks better than the other one and the original Kvastov look. So it is a black with gold and white look. It looks exactly like the Kvastov when you first get the game, except it has the white and the gold, and it looks actually really cool. It looks a lot better than the other one, that's why I prefer it more. But the other one's actually really cool also. I am not going to pronounce that name because I'm going to get it way fucking wrong and it's going to sound like horseshit. But whatever. It does look a lot like one of those emblems that did come out in Destiny, and I think you get it through the code or you buy it from Test Everest. I'm not 100% sure, but it's one of the two. It actually looks a lot cool, so if you do enjoy using that emblem, you should totally combine it, especially if you have an orange and green shader. So in conclusion, the Kvastov actually looks pretty cool, and it's going to be super badass when it does come out. So let's move on to the next weapon that we are going to look at. So the next one is the brand new exotic we're receiving in Rise of Iron. This is called the Trespasser. So this is one of the emblems. I'm not 100% sure on the name, same as the rest of them. It's only the Kvastov I know the names for because they're right under it, as you guys saw in the picture. But this one actually looks really cool. It looks exactly like a pistol you would see in the real life, which is actually pretty badass with the silver, the gold, and the black handle. It's probably what I'm going to run unless I like the other one more. We'll look at the other one right now. So this is the other look for the Trespasser. I'm not 100% a fan of this. I like the other one more because it looks more realistic and an actual pistol. But this one actually is still pretty cool with the brown handle, the blue, and the yellow. It's not the best thing I've ever seen, but it's pretty decent. So the next thing we are going to look at is the Hawkmoon. We all know what's happening to the Hawkmoon. We've seen the pictures, the black Hawkmoon and this Hawkmoon we're looking at right now. As you guys can see, it does look really cool with the wood grip plus the silver look. It looks a lot like a revolver you see in the Middle West, plus a bloodstain, which if it's perfect for anybody who really loves the Hawkmoon and uses it as their go-to weapon for PvP, it basically fits you because you basically get a lot of kills with it and you can show it off and say, oh, this is the blood from all the enemies I have killed with headshots. So now it's time to take a look at the Black Hawkmoon. This thing is completely unbelievably amazing looking. If you're not using this when you're playing Destiny, then I don't know what you're doing, except if you're doing what I said with the Hawkmoon before, say you get a lot of kills and the bloodstain thing, yada yada yada. But this thing, it looks completely unbelievable with the white handle, the gold and the gold leaves and the black part. It just completely blows my mind how cool this is and why doesn't the Hawkmoon look like this from the start. So the next weapon we're going to be taking a look at is the Monte Carlo. As you guys know, we did actually end up seeing this in the reveal stream / trailer, same as the other two Hawkmoons, but it still looks completely cool. It looks a lot like the Year 2 Suros regime, and it really fits. Say you like using auto rifles and you really like the look of the Suros regime, then there you go. The Monte Carlo is basically another looking Suros regime, but it doesn't work the same. It works a little bit differently, but it still looks really cool. So now we're going to take a look at the gold Monte Carlo. This thing is completely amazing looking. Everybody who's going to be using the Monte Carlo for sure going to be using this ornament on it because it just looks unbelievably amazing. It looks a lot better than the black and red one, just saying. Same as the black and gold Hawkmoon looks a lot better than the bloodstained one. But this is completely unbelievable looking. It really fits the name Monte Carlo. You would think like this precious, really cool looking weapon, so gold fits it perfectly. So now we're going to take a look at weapons that we haven't actually seen, like the ornaments for it, and it weren't revealed to us, that we actually had to go through the vault and check out each exotic that we had and try to find the ornaments for. So this is the Zalo Supercell. This actually looks really cool. It makes it look a lot like an actual AK-47 you would see in real life while playing any like soldier games, say like Battlefield 4 or Call of Duty. This is actually a really cool look for the Monte Carlo. It looks really aesthetic for anybody who wants to go for the real military look. Now we have the other look for the Zalo Supercell. This thing is actually really cool with the white, the blue, and the little arc bolt thing on the little cylinder thing underneath the trigger. This is actually probably the one I'm going to run if I do use the Zalo Supercell, because it looks unbelievable and super bad fucking ass. By any chance, have any of you guys noticed that they actually have two versions of each gun? One looks completely trash or decent looking, and the other one just looks unbelievable and blows your mind. It's just funny how they did that. They basically try to have, oh look, we have two versions, try out the other version, even though one is way better and everybody's probably going to be using it. The thing I just said before, it does not apply to Telesto because both of them look completely badass. But here is the first look at the Telesto. They have two different ones and both of them look amazing. This one is like this purple neon look to it. It looks amazing. Probably one of the best out of all the ornaments in the game so far. It looks pretty cool and it just fits the Telesto, because especially when you shoot purple bullets, the purple fits it perfectly. So with the second I looked at this one when I was going through everything to find the images for this video, it completely blew my mind. I was blown away. This thing looks so unbelievably amazing. It looks crazy how good it is. I'm probably going to use the purple one just because it fits more with the Telesto, but still this thing is crazy good looking. Low-key, doesn't this look a lot like a camera from Black Ops 3? And now it's time for the Invective. The Invective actually looks pretty cool, especially this one right here. It's like breaking through and like this magma's coming through, but just saying, it looks a lot like a camo I've seen in Black Ops 3. So, they're kind of copying Black Ops 3 here, I don't know. But it's pretty cool still how it came out. It looks like there's cracks all over it and like magma's flowing through it and it like destroys and stuff like that, when it technically does not destroy. It's pretty bad. So now it's time to take a look at the other version of the Invective. This one's actually pretty cool. It's got this like little red thing and the red dots. As you can see, that's like the magma that was flowing through in the other version. But it actually is not bad. It looks decent compared to the normal version of the Invective. But I'm probably not. I'd rather go with the normal version than this version of the Invective, just because I like it more. But it's still pretty cool. I'm probably going to use the magma one low key, but it's still pretty cool look for an Invective. So now it's time for the Might-Up Multi-Tool. This one's actually a pretty cool look from the Might-Up Multi-Tool. You have this like Arctic look. You have the blue and white camo on the bottom part and where the mag is. Plus the rest of it's all white, including the scope. It's actually a really cool look for the Might-Up Multi-Tool. I can't wait to check this one out in game. It probably looks 10 times better in first person. So now it's time to take a look at another ornament for the Might-Up Multi-Tool. This one is the all black look, which looks amazing. Anybody who goes any realistic view into Destiny, this is the ornament you should be using, just because it really fits it and it looks a lot like a real gun you see in the world. It's all black, pretty cool. I'm probably going to be using this one a lot. So the next and final weapon I ended up getting an ornament is the Troop. The Truth actually does have two pretty cool looking ones. This one's the first one, and the second one is probably my favorite out of every single ornament that was added into the game so far. The Truth actually does have a pretty cool look on this one, the orange, the blues. It looks a lot like a futuristic weapon and something you would see a lot of people running with, unless the other one wasn't so badass as it is. So just a little final things on this one. It looks pretty cool. I probably would use it a lot, but let's check out the next one. Boom! That's the weapon I've been waiting for. This is basically the best looking one for my opinion. It looks amazing, especially with just, it's all gold Truth. What can you go wrong with that? Anybody uses heavy and it's exotic, then Truth is basically your go-to weapon. And why not just make it look the best out of every single one? So far this is the best looking one out of every single exotic that did get an ornament that we know about. There are weapons that still haven't gotten ornament. They're probably going to get one in Rise of Iron and all the exotics in Rise of Iron. But still, this Truth just unbelievable looking. It's all gold. Who wouldn't say no to this? Who wouldn't use this? It's basically everybody's going to be using this that does use a Truth. Well guys, that's basically it for today's video. If you did enjoy this and found it really helpful and entertaining to watch, leave a like because it really helps grow this channel, and hit that subscribe button because I'm coming out with a couple more Rise of Iron videos off of the update they received, plus a lot of videos when Rise of Iron does come out, and some of them you're gonna want to watch, especially the video I'm coming out with tomorrow and after tomorrow. There's something that a lot of people who play competitive PvP or just PvP in general need to watch, so I hope you enjoy this one, and I'll see y'all in the next one.